So just go ahead and bring the mics up and talk into them.
Hello.
We'll get that all
microphone check. 1 2 1 2.
I'm over you right now.
Bust these rhymes like we do what we do.
My mic sounds nice. Where you at now with that?
Look, I've been watching SWV
and Escape. Oh my God, the Tasha girl.
That's what I've been watching.
You doing a gospel album? House sway.
That man
Everything sounds great.
Thank you.
Do y'all need? You don't want? Do you want to use headphones?
Yeah. No.
I was gonna say I'll turn them up if you do.
No,
do you need anything else?
I do not.
Otherwise, we're good.
Really, you drinking now?
Absolutely.
See.
Wait, you want what?
Vodka.
We don't have vodka. I think the only thing we have in our fridge right now. Someone left a couple beers. If you want a beer.
If I would have known, I would have went by Taco Cabana and bought the. You back on drinking? Because last time I was here, you were like, I'm not drinking, and I'm like, okay.
It was probably for that week.
Okay, well there you go. Next time I'll bring us a little something then. Next time.
Cool. Well, I'm right out here. If you need anything, just let me know.
Thank you very much. Thank you for showing up within 30 minutes of usually late times. I appreciate it.
I know you couldn't wait to say that, right?
No, I waited till we set up because I was like,
that's what I'm saying. You couldn't wait to say it.
Oh wait, because I'm proud of you. Because you know what? Usually you would walk in the door now. Yes,
I'm never that late.
Yes, you are. I love you though. It's your birthday month. You got all the grace you can get, and then I can edit this part out. I just want to say that to you because
I know you couldn't wait to say it. Leave it in there because you couldn't wait to say it.
I couldn't.
I know.
I'm short because I'm trying to get this mic to be in my face, but not like in my face. I like your nails. They're cute. What's gold?
Glitter.
All right. So wait a minute. I put it in our Facebook, the layout. So let me turn off my phone.
Turn it off?
Oh, no. Let me silence it. Off. I never turn my phone off unless I'm restarting it for any reason.
You should go a whole day without using your phone.
Oh my God, I'd die.
Really?
I really would.
24 hours?
24 hours is too long for me to go without my phone.
I could totally do it.
You're old. Old people can go without their phones because they're used to life without phones.
Wow. Wow. Now I know how you really feel about me.
I said the same thing to my mom. She goes like, I can live without my phone. I said, yeah, because you're old. Old people, you lived a whole, your young years without the internet, without all the cell phones and all that. I have to have them. I'm old too. Just not as old as y'all.
As she stretches out the word old.
I'm not as old as y'all.
Trash.
All right. So, you want to start us off? It's your world today. I'm just going to be here guiding the conversation.
No, she's not, y'all.
Yeah, these seats are not very comfortable on my back.
See what I tell you?
Because I'm old.
She can't help herself.
I know this is your month. It's everything in April is your month. So
I know. And
I'm gonna let you ride.
Look, I feel like my friends are tired. They're like, oh girl,
they're tired of it every year. Like they have to it takes 11 months to recoup from your 1 month of activities.
Exactly, and y'all ain't even
people don't do this much for their own birthdays.
I know, and I feel bad for people. Like I don't understand how you don't celebrate yourself.
I do, just not an event every weekend that starts in the AM and ends when the next day shows up.
You got to condition yourself for the race. This is a marathon.
I'm out of shape. I don't work out, so I'm not ready for the race.
As old as I am racing to my death at this point.
No, you're not. Anyways, let's welcome people in before you start getting into the self-deprecation of... You're self-deprecating, but also celebrating at the same time.
Well,
I'm racing towards that, but hey, we're going to party all the way down.
Exactly. That's the way I look at it. I don't have 49 more years.
You might. You have no idea.
That would get me to 98.
You have no idea how much time on your clock.
Girl.
Some people up in Tennessee thought they had all the time that they had, in Kentucky when they just had a shootout. They thought they had all the time around.
Girl, why don't they come?
And by breakfast, they was gone up out of here.
Why? Just find another job.
I'm just saying.
Just find another job.
Right.
Ain't now other bank gonna hire you?
gonna say this so we can go ahead and welcome people in. Like they said, he told the lady, "You better get out of here." When she proceeded to book it out of there, he shot her in the back. You could have shot me in the front. You could have shot me in the front. You gonna kill me? You gonna give me hope and then kill me? God dang!
I think it's like the white dude in the black church. Went in that church, had
pray with them people. They thought they was moving the spirit. And he was coming in there like a straight demon.
Yeah.
So there's that. On another note, welcome everyone. Welcome. Yeah. We're recording too. So look at us. We're trying to do two things at once.
That's what moms do.
I'm gonna refer to my phone because I put this together every day.
She ain't got a script.
I don't have a script.
She can't. She's not gonna get that movie job.
What movie job?
Like if you want to be an actress, you gotta go and know your lines.
Well, some people don't get the lines till the day up. And here's the thing about movies and TV, you can start over. It's not like a stage play where you're get up there and we gotta roll with you.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. And your understudy is waiting for you to fuck up so they can take that goddamn job you got. Especially if you leave.
Well, we ain't got an understudy though.
I mean, can I have an understudy just for a little bit? Let them do some stuff that I usually do, and then I'll just stay home.
Just go get cloned. That's the whole thing.
That's not how cloning works. I'm not even going to get into how that is not how cloning works.
What you mean?
You would have to have a baby. You'd have to raise it. You have to raise it from scratch. Cloning isn't like, okay, you at this age, at this point in your life, with all your thoughts and experience, go into a chamber and out steps another you. It's not copy and paste.
Oh, I thought that's how it worked.
Where were you with the sheep? Dolly the sheep.
To the moon.
We have went to the moon once.
Have we though?
I'm not gonna do this. But according to NASA, we've been one time. And we went. And you know how we got there? And this is the fucked up part about all of it. We had Nazis come over here and help us win the space race. We gave them, amnesty. And we paid for them to live. And we bought their houses. And we did all of that so that we could use their brains, their scientific brains, to get us to the moon before Russia. That is fact.
I don't read that much, so I'll say yes.
Look it up. Look it up. It's legit. I saw it on something, and then I said, this cannot be true. And then I looked it up, and it was absolutely true. We brought Nazis here, people who killed, murdered, annihilated a whole race of people, or tried to anyways. And brought them over here because we said, hey, we want to be faster than these guys over here. And we don't have any Americans to do it by ourselves, so.
What's that that game show where you phone a friend?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I'm calling you.
And just my luck, I won't pick up because my phone's on mute. No. I think they tell you, like, hey, the show's on or gonna be filmed today, so stay by your phone. Because just think, when you call somebody randomly. They could be in their car. They could be at the grocery store. There's no way they could go, hello. And I was like, hey, this is where you just filmed it. And such is called. No, man. Stay in the bed. Or at least they know that you're going to call.
Since you're not old, you're never going to cut your phone off. Or then I'll know you.
I put that bitch on mute.
But you probably.
Or I willfully ignore it as well.
Well, you probably go into convulsions if when you hear it vibrate, you don't answer it.
No, I don't. It depends.
See,
let's get into it. Let's get into it. Welcome welcome to the Random Black Girls podcast. All right, so the purpose of us today in this podcast is to bring Black women together to discuss health, wellness, overall life topics that are important to Black women. Health education is what we do. We're good at it. We're the best, even. We're the best, even, and we have
better than the best.
Many years combined.
Since I'm the oldest.
I'm combining them. Combined of life experience and educational experience, and just all around intersectional lives that we have lived as Black women.
I am Black.
Somebody should just pay us for being Black, like they pay the Kardashians for being white and annoying.
Oh, I thought they were black.
I mean, they can think that they're black, but they don't pay them to be black. They pay them to be white because they don't pay black people to be black. If that was the case, we would have reparations by now.
Oh God, I'd be rich.
You want to give the deets too?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if you want to reach us, you want to call us. Don't call us. We have a number. We don't pick it up. You have to leave a message, and then we'll get back to you via email.
She don't even pick up her phone when I call her.
I do pick up the phone more often than not. But if you want to get in contact with us, you can go to www.randomblackgirls.com. Our Instagram is Allure Alliance TX. Our Twitter is TX Allure, and it is getting traffic because I am posting regularly. And
because you're young.
Our email is allurealliancetx@yahoo.com. So now let's get into it. What's been going on with you, Missy?
Well, it's my birthday month.
Yay! You know how they do those little horns. You know what I'm talking about? On the what was it, on the mixtapes? Yeah.
Do.
Yeah.
All that. That's so annoying when you
hear DJ Scratch.
Right.
What would your DJ name be if you had a DJ?
My DJ name would be Lady Lust.
Lady Lust. You better have the sensual
Absolutely.
hits. Like everything you play is nasty.
Probably.
But you can mix it with shit that ain't nasty.
Look, I just watched this whole documentary on Jay Dilla.
Really, girl? You said his name right.
Of you. Because I was like,
I love Jay Dilla.
This is something I know Sharita knew about.
And I listened to Jay Dilla and Jay Dilla beats and all that kind of stuff.
I listened to his Donuts album.
Welcome. Like chill hop, lay back beats, all of that. I'm into it, which is weird, right?
No,
I'm really into it. I really like chill hop and Jay Dilla and all of the things that he's kind of like what he did in the field. Was like,
So
you know that song from Erykah Badu and him was real tight.
Yes, and Common.
All of the neo soul or the conscious rap genre, Slum Village, all of them.
I didn't even know that, so I was like, look, I learned something new today. I appreciate that.
I have yet to watch it. It's on my list, but I haven't watched it.
Go ahead and watch it.
It's on Netflix, right?
His mom is so sweet. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna watch the one about Tupac and his mom?
Absolutely.
You should. I'm gonna watch it too because I'm like, I want to see because I was watching something else, and it was like, I don't think people realize how young Tupac was when he died. Like, and like you think about, he was like in his 20s, what 28, 26, right? And like
12 or 13,
and how like in his life, if he would have been able to extend it, like where the hell?
What?
Like, what would he be? Who would he be as a person? But people were being ignorant, and that East Coast, West Coast, and all of the gang shit.
And his mom.
And she died older, but how did she die? Like, did she have a heart attack?
I don't know.
I don't know when she died, but she did die. He only got an AT that's exile right now in Cuba.
Yes. Well, I guess I found that on the thing.
Afeni Shakur? That might not be them. I mean, they be taking names, so I don't know. But
I know. After I watched the little commercial part of the documentary, the trailer, I was like, let me find me a name.
No, ma'am. No. No. You already have problems with LaToya. She has been in any places we go. They always mess up her name for some reason, which I don't understand because you're named after a Jackson.
That's it. That's all you gotta remember. It's not hard. But I think the Montoya, no, what was it? LaPoya.
LaPoya is what killed me.
LaPoya was the best.
DJ LaPoya. On the ones and
twos. That sound real exotic. I sound like I should have one side of my head shaved.
LaPoya sounds like you should have an accent. Something Caribbean.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, something very thick Caribbean accent.
Okay. Stay tuned. I'm gonna be
practice your Jamaican.
LaPoya.
Or one of the like lesser known islands. Like everybody knows Jamaica. Everybody knows, but it's small like Turks and Caicos Island. where people can't really identify. They're like, I know you from the islands, but I don't know where the island you're talking about.
Lapoya Swan.
Or even a Spanish, like a Afro-Latin. Like from Peru, right? Because you don't think about black people being from Peru, but they are.
That's true.
They're black Peruvians. The slave trade hit us all. So.
Oh, yeah.
That would be cool.
No place went untouched.
Ooh, maybe a New Zealand accent. That'd be cute as well.
I can't do an accent, period.
Well, we'll work on it. I can't either.
So, I think
well,
that's
British.
cool.
You can do British. Like,
can I do British?
You watch a whole lot of Bridgerton. You can do it. You don't like Bridgerton?
I did not get into it. I
The
don't know
first
why
one or the
people-
second one?
None of it.
I watched the first one because I like, what's that guy? Whatever his name.
No.
Cutie McCuter face is what I've been calling him. Cuter McCuter.
You have to show me a picture.
The guy that is cute. Okay, he was in other stuff too. He's in the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Didn't see
The black
that.
guy. I mean,
No.
I know that you didn't see it because it's still in the theaters right now. But
The
I'm
kids
just saying.
saw it.
But did you see like
No.
you didn't see anything?
No.
Oh, him. He's beautiful. They want him to be the next James Bond.
No.
I'm with it.
No.
He's gorgeous.
No.
No what? No to him being gorgeous? Because the man is gorgeous.
You guys, you don't like the same kind of people, so.
He's gorgeous. He's traditionally beautiful.
Okay, when I think of
Beautiful.
gorgeous and beautiful, I think of Prince.
He's good looking, like Prince. He's not androgynous, like Prince.
Okay, well then that's not gorgeous.
What?
Because you don't call men gorgeous.
He's
You
gorgeous.
call women gorgeous.
I call everybody, if you look good, gorgeous.
Mm-mm.
Or delicious. Or things like that.
Delicious.
Black boys are delicious. I mean, yeah, I call you delicious. Oh, he's so delicious. Like, I don't like, some people say, oh, he's so fine. I don't say fine or something like that. I just be like, oh, he is beautiful or gorgeous or delicious.
How they pitched their facial expressions.
Like, I used to think that about Lance Gross for a very long time. I was
don't
like,
know who
man,
that is.
Lance Gross, the husband from Temptations.
No.
Some Temptation?
No.
You didn't see Temptation, the movie with Tyler Perry, where the girl go and be with the dude, end up getting HIV at the end? Brandon was in the movie. Her husband.
The dark skinned guy?
Yes.
No.
That man is beautiful.
Really?
Yes, he is.
See, we don't like the same kind of man.
Oh my God, everybody knows Lance Gross look good. Give me somebody that's not Prince that looks good to you.
Conrad.
Your husband? No, see, you can't do that. It's almost really famous. That's rude.
I don't know nobody famous right now.
Anybody over the span of it, like this person was good looking when they were younger. I don't know.
Oh, well, when they were younger, I would say.
If you say a white man, I'm gonna lose it.
No.
Okay.
Like Tay Diggs.
Oh,
Maxwell.
Yes. Absolutely. I thought I was gonna marry him. I did. I was a kid. I was like, I'm gonna find a way to marry Maxwell.
Maxwell.
If you're listening, Maxwell,
Little
the
private.
offer is still open.
You're married.
I can be unmarried and then remarried. Don't let me. Okay. I love my husband. He's great, but he's no Maxwell. Okay. I risk it all for Maxwell.
See, who would I mean, Lenny Kravitz is hot.
You don't think this man is good looking? He's good looking.
Very, no.
Dude, and he has a British accent on top of that. That nigga good looking.
No.
He
It's
is
just
good
like all the women,
looking.
like the dark skinned dude with the British accent. He from over there. What's his name?
Idris Elba?
Yeah.
That man is good looking too.
Not to me.
You don't think that man's good looking?
No.
What?
I
In
know.
any time in his career.
I know.
He is a beautiful man. Gorgeous.
I see the darker the berry
delicious.
of me, the sweeter the juice.
He's dark.
I know.
So is Lance Gross. And you're gonna
he is light skinned.
Lance Gross?
No, Lance Gross is dark skinned.
He's dark skinned
But
and
the
also
dude that
beautiful.
showed me he light skinned it.
Yes, he is light skinned. You're gonna tell me that you don't think that this man is good looking? You know who also is really good looking? Aldris Hodge.
I don't know any of these people.
Did you watch the movie with The Rock, the DC movie? What is it? He was a superhero.
Probably not.
Oh my God, that man is fine.
He's a black guy?
Aldous Hodge, yes.
Let me
And
see.
he makes very expensive, put together timepiece watches. This man is not only is this a skill.
Is he from
Like-
Switzerland?
No, he's right here from the States.
Let me see a picture.
He is good. Okay, his name is Aldous Hodge.
Well,
Okay, did you watch
at
Roots?
least-
I mean, not Roots, Underground.
Yes.
The guy in Underground that the light skinned girl was falling in love with that was the slave. You're gonna tell me this man ain't good looking? You are smoking.
I mean, he got big eyes.
He's good looking.
I can't get past them eyes.
He's good looking. Y'all, Google every person that we talked about. They are
We just
he's
don't like the same
beautiful.
people.
Look at it, he's tall. That man is tall and all types
Well,
of abs.
we don't
Oh
have.
my
You know,
God.
I will say that about all my friends. Me and my girlfriends don't like the same men, so we
Well, that's
never
good. Never wrong.
have to worry about
We'll fight over
being
Maxwell
alone.
though.
Maxwell.
We'll fight over Maxwell. You can have Prince. I'm cool.
Oh,
You can have Prince. I won't fight you over.
Well, he ruined my bucket list, so that's never gonna happen.
What? Prince ruined it?
He
No.
died.
Well, he didn't ruin it.
He did.
No,
He
the
did.
pharmacist who gave him the rope medicine did.
Look,
He's off though. Just take him off.
but I don't know.
That was really on your
who-
bucket list. If I
Abs-
could get to Paisley Park,
oh, absolutely,
it's on it, Pop.
naked in the driveway. Ask anybody that I know.
That's what you need to do for one of your birthdays.
I want to go to.
You
Paisley
need to
Park.
like next year.
Let's do
That's
it.
what you need to do. Like start now planning. We're going to Paisley Park. And that's what
Are
we're
you
doing.
gonna go?
If it's only one event that lasts a couple days, I'm with it. You want to go every weekend for the whole month of April. We're going to Paisley Park. I would be
No,
like,
we'll go to Paisley Park. Then we can go to Arizona, see Dr. Roundtree,
what's in Arizona? Oh, well, yeah.
and then we could go to Vegas.
And
And
see
then
who.
we
I would like to see Boyz II Men.
Usher.
That's fine. We can see Usher, but I still want to see Boyz II Men.
Now I do like one of those guys in Boyz II Men.
Which one? If you say Wanye,
Let me see a picture.
which one did you like? Just describe him. I can tell you which one he is.
He's dark skinned.
The skinny one?
No, he kind of husky.
That is Wanye.
Let me see.
That's the one that be doing like this. with his head.
Yeah, him.
That's Wanye.
Okay, I like him.
He's aged well.
Absolutely.
He's aged well, and he's got three or four sons. They all can sing. They sing together on the internet.
Get them together. Go
But
take them to Jermaine Dupri.
They're no Wanye though. I love him.
No.
I like
know
Sean though too. That's the skinny one. He's got like a long head.
I feel like they all look the same.
He can sing his ass off.
I will go see them.
They have a residency
So does
in
Usher.
Vegas. Yes, I know Usher has one. I know the hype is there. Or whatever. And Usher can sing really well. I don't think Usher's cute though.
What?
See? He's got this weird slopey head situation. I don't like. I mean, I'm not saying he's ugly. I just feel like
I know what you're talking about with
You
the
know
head,
that?
yeah,
watch this. I like this. I like that part. But like, remember I used to wear hats and stuff right here? Like,
Yeah.
all the-
Now we know why.
I do everything you want to make your girl say, ooh, ooh. Think you a baller, and I ain't gonna call her. That was my shit. You know who was in that video? Who I also think is sometimes cute and sometimes ugly? Tyrese. Tyrese was in that video.
Yeah,
Tyrese, I call him, gotcha cute. Because you catch him like a Pokemon. Then they be cute.
Yeah, because when he's known for Coca-Cola, that Buzz video. And then he started, he put out some good 90s music.
He's got some good music. He
Yeah.
just be hollering more now. Like, he'd be like,
He like Bobby Brown to me now.
what? Bobby Brown present day or Bobby Brown back in the
Present
day?
day.
You
Stop.
know, you should not talk about Tyrese like that.
I'm just saying stop.
Bobby Brown is like, no bueno.
He be trying though.
He do. But
That's
he fat. He can't do like.
look.
But you know what? I'd rather him be fat than be on drugs. Because, you know, he big now because he didn't put on, you know, weight from recovery weight. You know, a lot of them get, you know, fat after they, you know, be on drugs.
I know, because Rick James was like that too.
Yeah, because all them drugs. You ain't got no appetite. You can be skinny on drugs. You know, that's why when people get dramatically skinny, they go, oh, they on that shit. They did it to Chadwick. They said, oh, that man on that stuff. Come to find out he had cancer. But that's
Chadwick
the first
was
thing.
Cute too, though.
I thought it was quite handsome.
He
I
was.
wouldn't say that it was delicious to me, but
No,
you know who was delicious? M'Baku.
Ooh.
M'Baku.
Okay.
King of the thighs.
Yeah. Yes.
Even in the second movie, I was like,
Yes.
M'Baku couldn't get it.
Like
Break your back out.
On that carrot. Yes. Okay. Now
See?
we're going down the
See?
same place.
M'Baku was good looking.
Yes.
Jason Momoa was also good looking before he cut that beard and stuff off.
I know. I need him to get that feral look back.
Yes. Right. Wild.
Dirty.
Not dirty.
He look like he don't shower.
See, and that's where we run into a problem. If I think you don't shower, I feel like you got a dirty tea, and that's a problem. I cannot live with.
It's probably sweaty. Be dirty.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing no. He looks like what he may go to the beach and be like, I was in the water, therefore I'm clean. But I'll be like,
yeah, I can see that.
But fish pee in that water, so sir.
Is that why
soap and
my kids
that
say
adds
that's
to the
why
salt.
it's salty.
No, that's not why, but it couldn't hurt. It's fish pee is ammonia. So.
I'm gonna let my kids keep thinking that until they hear this.
They won't drink it. They think it's pee in it.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
So, what have you done so far in the escapades of April?
It's
can
actually
we start calling it escapades of April?
Well, I'm gonna start telling people I am a shenanigans enthusiast. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be my new thing. Actually, not a lot. I have gone to brunch with the girls. And
let's talk about your brunch. I think the public needs to know. And when we say brunch, when she says brunch, it is you will show up at brunch. You will not leave until nightcap times.
I mean, we were out of the house probably about 11:30
in the morning.
Yes, and we got home. Everybody got home by 10
in the PM.
Yes.
So do people have to bring a change of outfits, backup shoes? Like, there's gonna be a quick change because it's a whole day of being out.
Absolutely.
It's like being at a theme park.
Absolutely.
By the time you're done, you done got multiple. You'll pass your step goal. Your feet are hurting.
Definitely. And lots of drinking has happened.
Oh, see?
Yeah. So
I'm jealous. I didn't get a chance to go.
You're gonna be at this dinner though.
Yeah, I am. I already told Wes.
I went to Easter Wing, which is how
I was gonna ask you to go.
And Easter together. My husband thinks I'm a witch, but it was amazing.
Why does he think you're a witch?
Because we were around people who were dressed like witches and Dracula, and
white people there?
It was.
I like it when black people show up to these kinds of things.
It was pretty interesting.
Tell me you're a bruja. That's a witch. That's a witch.
No, I'm not a witch. No.
I'm not into sacrificing goats, so I don't think I could be.
Yeah, I don't want to drink blood or none of that stuff. So we're good.
Do you have to drink blood to be a witch, though?
No.
I thought you had to cast spells and stuff.
They did have a lot of potions and powders and
white powder.
Interesting.
Was it white powder?
No.
What color was the powder?
They had a red one for love, a black one for getting the negative energy, and then a green one for.
Did you take some?
I didn't.
What are you supposed to do with the powders?
You can either spread them around, like the corners of your house or in your car, or blow it into the face of the people that you don't like.
Well, I mean, I think if you blow anything in the face of people you don't like, you might be all right. Wow. So Easter Wing.
Yeah, there's a whole dude named Bunny Dracula, Bun Blackula.
Is it not Banuncula?
Banuncula.
That's a book, you know.
No.
It is a elementary, middle school book.
Had no idea.
About a vampire bunny.
Yeah, I learned that.
I read that when I was a kid.
Okay, then I was an adult.
He didn't eat carrots. He sucked blood out of other rodents.
Nope, didn't know.
Wow.
They had an Easter egg hunt. The kids loved it, and they were introduced to some different people.
Mm.
So
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate it?
it was about an 8. They had a DJ. They had food trucks. They had vendors.
Nice.
That were really interesting because the kids were like, "What is that, mommy?"
What kind of vendors were?
Oh my God, they had vendors for people who like to party. They had vendors for outfits, like if you want to dress up like a whole situation, Dracula, witch.
I'm in love with that. That's cute.
They had a vendor who made like chaos potions. Tell her what you had going on, what you got, what you want to do, and she like mixed it up, whipped it up, put it in a cute little bottle,
and give it to you.
and
So you
give
can
it to you.
You throw it as you roll by somebody's house. You want to create that.
They even had those little dolls you stick pins in.
Yes, I don't like to call them voodoo dogs.
I don't want to call them voodoo dogs.
I don't. Yeah. But sound like you had a good time. What happened next? What else did you
do? After that, we went home.
So that's the only event you've had so far? Did you go out another week? I know you like every weekend and 3 times a week or the weekend beforehand you're doing something. Like celebrating me.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Because no one's going to do it better than I do. So I just do it myself. That way I won't have
disappointment
from others because of my high expectations.
I agree with you. I feel that way about a lot of things. If it's for me,
yeah,
I need to do it myself.
So this weekend we're having a party in Dallas. So it's gonna be a straight.
Oh, you finna just turn up?
Yeah.
Get lit?
Yeah.
Leave the kids with. Are you the kids?
No, the kids are coming.
Leave the kids with the fam and get gone.
Well, no, the kids will be with me this weekend.
So you're on pool party?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So
I wasn't invited to the Dallas. I just want to tell you.
Look, y'all.
This weekend, I could have went. I only got one kid this weekend.
Look, I have to stagger her out amongst my friends because Sharita, the way she's looking right now, that's how she'd be at the party.
That is not the truth. I'm very social. I just like to watch people, though.
She watch people with judgy eyes.
How am I judging people? They saying stuff. And I'm like reacting to the stuff that they're saying. That's not judgy.
Your mouth doesn't say, but your face does.
Man, please. So I was like, so you telling me? Now that's me being jealous. Judgy when someone telling me, so you telling me? Yeah. And I start to run it back. I'm judging you. Because I want to get the facts right. Yes. Because the facts add up to the judgment.
She is definitely a fact person, y'all.
That's what I'm saying.
So next week, the week after next is the dinner party, the couple's dinner party.
So you're gonna invite me to the boring thing?
You can turn up afterwards.
I'm not gonna be turning up anywhere other than to my home and to the bed.
Exactly.
Turn up and turn down.
Exactly.
Service.
So it's like she said, "Well, I didn't invite her."
You did invite me. You did invite me to the brunch. I couldn't make it because I already had conflicting plans. And sorry, I had made those plans and then I forgot those plans. So they sent me an email.
Like she don't know my birthday in April every year.
Yeah, but we went to a water park. We went to the Kalahari.
I would have went to the Kalahari.
I asked people, "Hey, you want to go to the Kalahari?" I think I had a code, so it was cheaper than regular. When I did it,
she said she asked people. She didn't ask Latoya.
I sent out like a whole blast of emails.
I like that personal connection. She don't even like for me to put her on the group chat.
I don't like group chats because I don't know anybody in your group chat. And
you know all my friends. And what are you talking about?
Most of your friends,
what?
Lack melanin. Exactly.
So they be invited to all the events, y'all.
No, let me finish. Y'all start doing this back and forth little inside jokes, and I'm just like, I don't know why this is blowing up my phone because I don't get it. One time during Christmas many years ago, you put me on the thing and then they were talking about pajamas and onesies, and then everyone was sending little emoticon. I was like, I can't do this.
It was like 8 years ago.
It wasn't 8, but probably 5. It was about 5.
Same difference.
I'm just saying. I love you though. I'm just saying. I don't like
This
anybody
is why you
to
get
put
invited
me.
to all the events.
No, that's not why. It's because
That
you
is
think that I'm gonna be judging your friends.
Because you are.
I don't judge your friends.
She
They
be
are who
look-
they are.
She be looking
Just like with
sideways.
the
Like,
people
why did
that
you
I
invite
know.
me there? And I'm like, you are the only, literally, black friend that I have in Austin.
That's rude. You are. Then why you not you having a diversity hire over here?
I mean, you're the only person.
I don't care. You know I
Like,
don't care.
16 years I've lived here, I only have one black friend. Isn't
You
that
know what?
crazy?
I don't care. I don't care that I'm not there. I just like, we see each other all the time. It's not.
Exactly.
It'd be different if we never saw each other and then your birthday and you're like, oh, my birthday, you're not invited. But I see you.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not like that.
I see this woman at least once a week.
Yeah.
I talk to you at least 3 times a week.
I try to get her to go out, and she doesn't
I
want to
have.
go.
When can I go out? You sound crazy.
Whenever you want to go.
I can't.
You got so used to being at home that the thought of going out, I think you've become a social recluse.
I'm not a social recluse.
The only people you hang out with is who? Your family?
I don't want to hang out with them either.
But she's always with them, y'all. Always.
I always have something to do. My calendar's really full with family crap
Right.
lately.
So tell your family no. And
Oh, that's nice. Tell your family no.
and you're gonna go hang out with your girlfriend.
But my mom comes up every so that's a when my mom comes up, I have to entertain my mom, and then my husband will go get his mom and I entertain his mom. So it's always somebody at my house, always.
That doesn't mean you have to be there.
Shh. Okay.
Be like, I'll be back. Y'all just.
How do
stay
you think
alone.
I got here today?
Well, this is work.
What does that mean to my husband? Like a lot of times he'd be like, I gotta work. You gotta stay here with the baby, which is fine most days. But in the evening, like I think it's important to be clear that my kid has special needs, so I don't really want everybody and their grandma like, oh, get a babysitter. No, I will not be getting a babysitter until he's a little bit older.
If he didn't have special needs, would you still get a babysitter?
I would be more open to getting a babysitter.
I don't think so.
I would.
Mm-mm.
And he'd probably be in school, or pre-K or Montessori or some shit like that. But because of his special needs, I'm like, no, he has to take medicine. He has to do this. So my sister can come and she's available. My mom comes. My brother will watch my kid. And all of those people are practically local.
Yeah, that's your family.
Yeah. But I go with my mom friends all the time. So
You have
When we
mom
hang out?
friends?
yes, and they're black.
I didn't know that. I don't even have black mom friends. How is this happening?
Because my son goes to a school that's mostly black.
That's true.
Then I go and see my sorority sister. She comes and sees me. And I actually ran into a soror. I saw her tags, so I cut her off.
Oh my god.
And I cut her off. And I threw the sign up. I threw my sign up. Can you see that? I threw my sign up out the window. And she pulled on side of me and rolled the window down and was looking. And I was like, hey, soror. And she's like, hey, girl. And I was like, what? I just need to get in front of you because I needed to go over to my subdivision. And she goes, I'm going to the same subdivision. I said, girl, I'm over in this subdivision. She said, I live over there too. I said, I'm right here on the street. She said, I'm 2 streets over. I said, well, she said, take my number down. I said, straight up, I had my son write it down.
Look at you making friends.
Well, she also probably wants me to get financial so that I can have a whole bunch of sorority friends. So I'm considering it because she wanted me to go and see a torch group. And I was like, I have plans this weekend. Because I did. And I was like, ooh, if it wasn't for that, I would have went.
No, you wouldn't.
I would have. It's a sorority that I absolutely would go.
Okay.
I like to meet the new ones. Because I'm old.
Okay.
So, and I've been in the organization long enough, my membership could buy me a drink. That's how long I've been in this organization. I pledged in 2001.
I don't know what that means.
That means I joined the organization in 2001.
I didn't pledge. I went to a PWI.
Should have went to HBCU. And she went to TSU too. She also came on the same chapter as me. We gonna be friends.
Are y'all?
Yes.
I would like to see how that blossoms out.
I love Asara.
I don't trust you.
Why? I keep my stuff on the low. I think that that's important to also know.
Apparently.
Well, I mean, I'm compartmentalizing my life in a lot of ways. So,
all right.
It's easy to deal with people that way.
Okay, it sounds like the only people you deal with is me and your family.
That's not true. That's what you think.
Yeah,
I keep telling you that's what you think. But your perception is not reality. That's the thing. I can, what you perceive something to be doesn't necessarily mean that is actual reality.
Okay.
So, some people will say perception is reality, but it is not. It isn't.
No, because I was listening to this monk, and he said it's not. What you see in front of you is not what's really happening.
Yet you will not apply that to our friendship and my subsequent friendships either. That's weird.
I'm gonna wait to see how this turns out.
Look, see how what turns out.
All my black friends are in Dallas.
Okay.
All the black people I know are in Dallas. That's why I be burning up the road trying to get down there.
See, but I'm also a military child. I think that that's also a part that's missed. Is that I'm a military child. So my friends, people that I grew up with over the my formative years, they don't live here. They live in a lot of different places, and we connect online or over the phone or through text or whatever like that. So sometimes it's like if I go out of town and I know that I'm going to go to a place where I know people are going to be there, I'll give them a heads up and say, hey, you want to get together? And we break our necks to like see each other.
Oh, good.
So
that's good. Yeah.
You remember Tiffany from the wedding? She was one of the girls at our wedding. Her husband just passed away.
Oh God!
I called her mother.
Oh.
And was like, what? It was sudden. So, I called her mom and was like, what's happening? And then I knew that she wasn't going to be in the space to like talk. So I called her mom and was like, because my mom worked together because we all went in Turkey together. So like when I look at friendships very different than I guess people who've lived in the same place for a very long time.
Yeah. We
moved around every 2 to 3 years. The longest place that I lived, like when I was, living at home, my mom was 3 years. We moved around 4 years, maybe tops.
It doesn't sound like fun. People think it sounds fun because you had to experience all these different places, but I don't think it doesn't sound fun at all.
At the time, it was not fun. When I look back, I look at all these experiences like, okay, I can see the benefit and the value of it. But I always say that if you meet a child or that is a military brat or military child, the way that we think about friendships and things like that are different, especially if you grew up before the internet. So it was like, you got the address, you got the physical address, and you had to write them. But there was a point when their parents were going to PCS, which is permanent change of station. So they moved. There's a point where you don't know your address, where you're going. I'm going to this place, state, or country, or city, but you don't know your address. So if I write a letter as a kid to another kid, if you PCS, your address changes. So either they're going to forward the mail over, and you have to keep up with that. And like you just kind of cut ties. Like when you say goodbye to folks when you know that they're going to PCS.
Oh, that sounds so sad.
But you go somewhere, you make new friends. That's it. You make new friends.
But you go, hey, we can't be friends, just friends, because I'm a military brat, and so I'll only be here a couple of years.
Other military children understand it. Like, you lived on a base. You lived on a base with families. You lived on the base with other kids who also moved around a whole lot. Like a lot of people I grew up with, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, like I'm friends with them. We communicate via text, or like my very first boyfriend way back, when I was like 15, called me on my birthday and was like, I'm gonna sing you happy birthday, because we're friends. There you go. He's got like 5 kids now, but and we communicate via Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. We have little groups too. Like if you went to this school, like I'm a part of a bunch of groups of all the schools that I went to.
No, I'm not funny. I haven't even went to my high school class reunion.
Ever? Oh, I will never get one.
Yeah, because you travel all the time.
No, because I graduated in Turkey. and they shut
Oh.
that duty station down for folks.
Oh. Okay.
So what else you got on the books?
That's it. My grandmother's birthday is coming up on the 20th.
Do you want to do something about that or with that? You know, they're having another grief walk.
No.
Not
I'm going to
interested?
get a tattoo.
That's your thing? You want to manifest physical pain to substitute emotional pain?
So. I thought about that the other day, and I'm like, okay,
Like a
whenever
cutter.
I'm feeling pain, I want a tattoo.
You're like a cutter. You know those kids like
Yeah.
Trigger warning about self-injury. But like there are people out here who, you know, they cut themselves in order. You watch Jenny in Georgia?
I did not. People talked about it.
Well, there was in the show. That's what the daughter was doing. She would take a lighter and she would burn the inside of her thigh whenever she was feeling away.
Oh, well, I don't want to cause injury to myself, and I don't feel like.
But it's manifesting physical pain.
Is
like
that what it is?
That's what it is. You're like,
okay,
I'm physically hurting, and I don't have. Like you may not have the outlet that you want.
Right.
So you then take the physical pain because it makes sense to cry if you're injured. It makes sense to yell out in pain if you're having physical pain. But a lot of times, emotional pain, people are like, pray on it. Or they give you, you know, those little adages that don't help in any way. So, like, you know, it's kind of like people, you know, I'm not saying it's a bad thing or a good thing. I'm just saying it is. Like, self-injury, I don't think it's a good thing. But I think that when people try to substitute one thing, but it's the same thing. It's just how you get it out.
Okay. I'm definitely substituting.
I mean, and that's a part of your process.
Yeah.
So you're going to go get a tattoo?
Yes.
Of what? You don't know yet? You just like, I'm going there and flip through the book?
No.
It's going to be a ladybug? What is it going to be?
It's going to be a ladybug.
How I know? How I know?
I'll sit down with my tattoo artist and she'll make it personable for me and we'll get it done. I got this last one back here.
What is it? A ladybug too? You need to get a ladybug on like an infinity leaf.
Why?
Because it's like infinite love, infinite good love, infinite. If I was into tattoos, I would get a hummingbird.
And why would you get a hummingbird?
Because I believe that I'm very similar to a hummingbird. Very busy.
Okay.
You know, hummingbirds can't not fly, right? Like for a bit long periods of time, they'll die.
No, I did not know that.
And they're the only bird that can fly backwards.
I knew that.
So their heart rate reaches really high, and during like winter time, sometimes then they can like reduce their heart rate or whatever, and then they can bring it back up to thaw themselves out.
So why can't they not fly?
Because their heart rate is always super high like that, and they have to expend the energy.
Oh.
It's like sharks. Sharks are always swimming. They cannot sit still.
Even when they're
And sharks can't swim backwards because they'll die. They'll drown.
What?
Because their gills go forward. And the water, if they go backwards, would fill their gills and they would drown. I
had no idea.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a
I know a little bit of something about everything and nothing.
I mean, one,
excuse me.
Do sharks go to sleep? Or do they swim?
They don't sleep. They just kind of keep it moving. It's like, you know, every animal is built a certain way in order to make sure that they survive. They can't swim backwards because it would kill them just based on their makeup.
Okay.
Anyways. All right.
But I feel like this year, my birthday's on a low hum. My calendar isn't as full as I would want it to be. And that scares me because I'm like, oh my God, am I getting old? Am I settling down? Am I giving up?
Giving up what is the question?
Celebration.
You don't have to give up celebration. But it's like, is it a lot of work being put in for worth the outcome that you're getting? If it ain't, then it's okay to slow down. If it is, keep doing what you're doing because you got to keep getting what you're getting.
Yeah, we're gonna keep on this train,
I mean, after a certain point, I stopped doing big birthday
I know I can't
events.
think of the last time. I feel like the last time we had a birthday for you, we went to Jack Allen's kitchen and we wore tutus.
That was, and Wes came out with that cake with the little
The
unicorn
unicorn.
on the front, and we went and did karaoke after it.
I feel like that's
And
the
then we
last.
did this the was it silks? It was the aerial silk class.
Yep. You would always have some kind of yeah. You used to do the thing.
Yes, because it is a lot of work to people wrangle, and I was just like, I won't be doing this anymore. I don't like having to like make the list, check the list, check in with people, because at the beginning of the process you got 20.
Right.
And then the day of, you got 5 and a possible. And it was just like, oh, this is upsetting. And like, I was one of those people that I would put the money up front for you. You say you was coming. 10 people say they coming. I'm going to put the money for 10 and you just pay me back. That's how it is. But then when you start dropping out, now I'm looking over here like, and then I got to like invite other people that I may not have invited as you show up. Right? So, and it was just it's too much of an ask for me. And I said, after this, I won't do another one. No, I said, I'm going to do travel now. Like, let's move from doing local shit and let's do, big travel shit instead. Let's go somewhere. Then I had a baby whose birthday is a week after mine. So now all my energy goes to his local shit.
Right.
And zero my local shit.
No. I told my husband nothing comes between me and my birthday but death.
Right.
So.
And for the month, I mean, your kids can take a back seat. I'm with that. I would totally make my baby take a back seat, but he's still in those very young years where birthday parties are still really cute and they can still be simple enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to do trips now. we're trying to get my oldest to be like, look, next year you'll be 13. Do you want to keep doing this? Or would you like to like go to Mario Land? Like let's spend the money for an experience. That kind of thing.
That's what I'm talking about. The experience.
Spend the money for an experience. Now that we've kind of went on a whole random dialogue about that, let's talk about April not only being Latoya Celebration Month, it is also Sexual Assault Awareness Month. You want to say anything about that? The whole entire month.
Trigger warning?
Sure, trigger warning. Like, I think it's important for us to have a Sexual Assault Awareness Month because I think when we think about sexual assault, we think stranger in a trench coat jumping out of your dark alley and like, sexually based crimes are especially heinous. SVU, bing bing, like that's what we think. But sexual assault is usually not. That is not the layout of what usually happens with, especially when you think about women. It's usually not some random dude coming out of nowhere,
right,
tackling you and raping you. It is more so maybe dating, maybe even in a committed relationship with someone, and you may not be saying no explicitly, but you damn sure ain't saying yes.
Right.
So I think it's important for us to talk to young folks, to talk to adults, because when did you have a conversation with any of your folks about consent?
Never.
Right.
Never.
Right.
I didn't learn about consent until I got older, and then even after I learned about it, I had to think about, had I always said yes? Have I been assaulted before? It's like, man, when you put it in perspective and you look at the situations and you look at how women can't just be themselves, do what they want, live freely, dress freely, and just be minding their business and be assaulted.
Right.
So, no, we never had that conversations. Especially, you would think that would happen with me being a girl, because they told me not to get pregnant.
Right.
And they told me not to have sex.
Right.
So that is something that I know that I'll be talking to. Even though I have boys, I will be having that conversation with them. No means no. That's it.
Yeah. So I think it's important that what you just said, talking to boys too, because boys get sexually assaulted as well. But also like having the conversation. Boys don't get the conversation of what consent is either. A lot of the times, messages that are going out to boys is it's your job to convince and pressure and all those kinds into a yes. So if it's a no, it's a maybe. If
Right.
it's a maybe, then you're getting closer to yes. And if you ask again, then it's gonna be a yes, right? So I'm gonna browbeat you into saying yes to me, or I'm gonna give you, oh, I get blue balls. Well, take them somewhere else, buddy. That's you know. And with my son now that he is 12, and as we get older, I said, look, I'm gonna start talking to you like a little human, not like a baby. So we're gonna have conversations.
Yeah.
And like when he watch movies and TV and stuff like that. But I've always been like, if we're gonna let's talk about consent early. So things like I want to give you a hug or I don't want to give you a hug is consent. Like
Right.
he has an understanding like body autonomy. Like he lifted his arm up the other day and there was hair under it. Hairs under my son's arm, and I go, oh my god, you guys just stop it, mom. And I have to be like, okay.
Right.
I said, can I tell your TT that you got hair under your arm? And he goes, okay. And then I just sit there and it's like, oh my god, he's got hair in his arm. Like, those kinds of things. Like I usually pop his butt every now and again. Now he's like, mom, don't pop my butt. And I just be like, but I have to respect his boundaries. So that, and I told him, I was like, look, you're getting older. I know you like girls. But let me tell you something. An emphatic yes. If it ain't that, then it's a no.
Right.
And as a boy, as a person, as a human, rejection's a part of life, and you need to learn how to take it no, and that's it. If you know somebody who's gonna say yes, then go get your yes somewhere else.
Right.
But be honest. Be honest in what that looks like. But like no, everything's a no until you get an emphatic yes. And at any time, you or the other person can change their mind.
Right.
And I think that a lot of times for women, it don't matter what age you are. Like if you notice, like they be like, "Oh, you got flued out. You should have known what it was." I'm like, "You got flued out." I'd be like, "Okay, look, don't flu me out,
right?
If you can't afford to lose the money, or it was not already pre-established that I'm down for it." And guess what? I can still say no, bro.
Exactly.
So don't. It's like Vegas. Don't bet money you can't lose. Because guess what? The house always wins. So that's how it works. Don't expend money and don't do things that you think you're supposed to get something back for. Come on. I think a lot of men understand consent if it's male on male attention. If a random, guy who's into guys come and squeeze your butt, you're like, oh, no. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like you see that Freaknik documentary about to come out.
I can't wait to see it.
Because they're going to do a dark side.
Of course.
Like there was a lot of rapes that happened, kind of thing. And I was like, some people's grandma, aunties, cousins, big uncles, y'all gonna be in the footage. You gotta be in the footage.
Remember all them camcorders back then?
I know, right? They gonna have grainy footage. You know how you used to do tracking? You have to track the footage.
Look. It was plenty of I remember them days. It was plenty guys out there with them snakes, them lizards and shit.
The big python.
Right.
This is a ball python. I never went to Freaknik. I wanted to go. I was like, ooh, that looked like so much fun. It was all the rap songs.
Yeah.
And then I graduated high school and they stopped doing it. I went to Cabot Beach Party though.
I was there too.
I went to Cabot Beach Party one time and I said, I'll never return. People were just way too handsy. There were people touching you. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Yeah. Sexual assault.
Right.
My friend carried a knife. She carried a knife. So anybody who tried to grab her, she'd be like, I'll cut you. Mm-mm. And I was like, wow. I went to Cabot. I think I went to twice. One year they had Genuine and Soleil. That's what I remember. Yeah, and it's hot. And it's lots of walking around on the seawall. And lots of waiting. It was a lot of, I got sunburned from being out there. And I was like, this is dumb. And I was overdressed. Yeah. I thought I was doing something. I was 18.
Right. That's all it was. You thought you were doing something.
I had on boy shorts. And then the girls out there with string thongs up
Yes.
and booty cheeks out.
Yeah.
Titties practically out. They was out
BBLs
there.
are not brand new. They had them back then.
Yeah.
And yeah, these kids now, they have so much access.
Right.
So, and I also think when you talk about the expectation of if I do this for you, you do that for me.
Mm-hmm.
How do we keep our kids off of social media so they know that that's not the right thing?
How do we keep them off?
We can't.
No, I would say no. I always say, look, it's like a weapon. If you want your kid to be safe, you gotta teach them how to use it safely.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I be doing it because I be dropping gems. But no, like seriously, like my son, like we were like at my son's school, they were talking about, oh, everybody's on their phones and TikTok, blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. You guys don't like it. However, this is how Black people get left behind in the digital divide, right? Is that we are consumers and not manufacturers or producers. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, so when we're looking at sexual assault, we're looking at all the sexual imagery that is out there. Yes. I have to start telling my son now, like, you watching those little bros doing pranks and all that, it's fake. It's all contrived. Some of this stuff is not real. And don't take your ass out here in the street thinking that this is real when it's actually, I said, I watch all these little Real Housewives. I said, they're all fake. I know that. I watch it for the drama. Right. I don't watch it because I think it's real. Right? And now you have to start teaching your kid a discriminating eye of what is real and what isn't. My son wants to play Roblox so bad, and I won't let him. Because I said, Roblox, adults ruined it for kids. That's what I tell him. Adults ruined it for kids, so you can't get on there. But I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. Because I have, like with Minecraft and all these other things, I have to approve who he talks to. Correct. I have to approve, like, all of that. I don't know my Roblox. And then they have a lot of in-app purchases, and I'm not a fan of that either. So they get your kids strung out like a damn fiend, asking for Robux or whatever that is. And I'm like, you don't got a roll job.
My house.
One dude was talking about on the internet, talking about his son didn't have any Roblox money. So because they'll cut your power off if you don't pay the rent inside the thing. So what he did, he said he found a girl on the game and went and lived in her house and ate her food. I can't. Until they turn his power back on. I said, they teach you to be fuck nigga Roblox. What the hell? Get off of that game is what I would have said.
Or you get you a girlfriend that'll pay your Roblox bill.
What the hell?
Look,
I cannot.
My 10-year-old.
He done found somebody to support his house.
Because I'm not paying for that. And he's like, all right, I get somebody else. Becky will pay for it.
Amen.
Look,
Becky got it though. Go ahead.
I don't approve.
I was just like, ooh, that'll get into your mentality early. Like this. Oh, if I don't have it, I'm gonna now, And so for Roblox, that's not my thing. I don't like that. But my son can play other things. I even think about like the games and things that he's playing. I just like, oh, you have to know that this is fake. Yeah. That this is not real. And that some of the things you see with people kissing and all that kind of stuff on TV, that's not real. They're not really together. It's all acting, And if you start getting into that, this is not real. It is for entertainment. When it's time to have conversations about other types of entertainment, this is not real. This is production. It's production. They stop, they start, they stop, they start. This is how this works. It's not real life. That should not be your expectation in real life.
Speaking of production, I've been watching ethical porn.
What is that like a documentary? Or you're saying it's a genre of porn?
It's a genre.
I like the idea of it. Like that everybody like I don't like home videos and stuff like that. Yeah. I just feel like everybody's getting paid right. Everybody's they know what they signed up for and things like that. I'm for production porn.
Well, it's very production driven. Yeah. But I love the backstories of them all, of how
you watch a story. Like you.
Well, no, I'm saying how they think they're entertainers, how their entertainers are treated, how sex is really organic and not like this, like the people who are in it It's like it's actually
It feels exploitive when you see something.
right.
Yeah.
So
I would like to think that if you decide to go into that line of work and you want to be a porn star, that it would be like a job, and that you're treated well at your job, because it is a job.
And that's when I met the sex worker that I met. She was saying that she was like, I would have never thought about it. And she was young. She was like 19. She was like, I would have never thought about getting into porn, but once I found, I think the lady's name is Erica Lust. And saw that she was doing ethical trans porn, ethical just sex porn, and I was like, ethical. I was like, most people don't think of that way. So since we're talking about sexual assault and then putting people having sex,
because there is a lot of, like, lack of a better term, like rape porn type stuff.
Oh yeah,
and I don't see how you couldn't even watch it, because I just feel like I don't want nobody to feel like they don't need to be here.
Right. Yeah, and that's the whole thing about, like, I think when you have boys, they're taught sex through porn. But one of the things that Erica Lust was saying, I'm giving this plug, but just because I enjoyed them when they came down here for South by Southwest, I went to one of their little meet and greets. They talked about how porn can be educational. And I was like, yeah, you can flip it that way if you start early.
Right.
Like,
how early are we talking?
Well, my 10-year-old said that he saw porn at school.
What?
And I said, well, what kind of porn did you see? And he goes, it was, two grown-ups putting their private parts together.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, okay, who showed you that? And he told me the kid's name. And I was like, oh, okay, is that something y'all look at all the time? And he was like, no, it was just that one time because I felt uncomfortable. I said, did you feel uncomfortable because of what you were looking at, or did you feel uncomfortable because it was a friend showing it to you? He was like, well, I know I'm not old enough and I'm not supposed to be doing that yet. So that's kind of what made me feel uncomfortable.
That's so nice.
And I said, okay, well, if you ever see something like that again, feel free to talk to mommy about it so we can make sure we can talk through what you saw.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, Mom, I know you like to talk to people about sex.
You know what? My son went to the Museum of Art and called me and was like, I feel uncomfortable. There's penises up here on the thing. And I don't want to see it. And I was like, what? I was like, just tell the people you don't feel comfortable and they're going to take you to another area. He's like, he said, other kids are making jokes. I don't like it. And I don't want to deal with it. I was like, okay. Then don't.
Yeah. I like that much better than...
we haven't gotten to he's 12, so long showers are coming. I've just been saying, we talked about masturbation. And I said, look, there's going to be a period of time where you're going to, you're going to touch yourself in a way that's going to make you feel good, blah, blah, blah. I don't care what you do. What I do care is that you lock the door, right? So bathrooms have locks on the doors. Okay, his room doesn't have a lock on it. But we knock before we enter. Now we're at that point. Like, my husband's like, knock. Like, yes, knock. Yeah. You don't want to see nothing that you don't want to see. And I'm like, if you do that, that's fine. I'm fine with it. Clean up after yourself. Like, he had told me, in my bed sheets. I said, oh, okay, now. We're moving into nocturnal emissions. He's like, what? Also known as wet dreams. And he's like, what?
Big mouth. Yeah. Big mouth time?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe not as horny as the kids.
In Big Mouth.
Because my son yesterday was like, this boy said, because they talked about being superheroes, like, if you were this, you would touch yourself. He's like, touch myself? That makes no sense. It was like touching his arm. I was like, oh, yeah, honey, it doesn't make any sense. However, in the context of the conversation that you're talking to me, it doesn't make any sense. But it sounds to me he just wanted to just kind of say something to see how you was going to react. Right. But he was like, it just doesn't make any sense. But when it comes to the porn stuff, I'm going to definitely be like, oh, that's production. It is not real. This should not be your expectation.
Absolutely not.
Everybody there hanging and swanging because they picked them for that. There's a whole genre.
Right.
That's all down to your kneecaps.
Right.
Okay.
And your mind.
Right. And I'm just like, we have to be honest with our kids. And I think that with sexual assault awareness, because it can really ruin a person's life.
Absolutely.
And that's why I be like, don't play no yes, no. Maybe no. Thank you for coming out. God bless you. Good night. I'm leaving. If somebody says no, and you get the feel that they ain't really trying to say
Right.
yes, then you need to get up. And there's nothing wrong with somebody telling you no.
Absolutely.
The next time it might be a yes, but today it's a no.
Right.
There it is. And I've even gotten them just don't be asking me a whole bunch of the same things over and over again. When I tell you no, the answer is no. Because you need to hear a no. You need to internalize a no. You need to go on with your life. It ain't happening.
Go on with your life.
Anyways, as we move over from Sexual Assault Awareness Month, this very week is Maternal Health Week.
It is.
From the 11th to the 17th is Maternal Health Week. And I wanted to bring up this news story that's out. Did you see this? What's going on in Dallas?
Oh,
They had the home
couple
birth.
who had the home birth and
They said the baby had jaundice and
Yes.
CPS knocked on them. The doctor, the pediatrician, called the police on them because they said the baby had jaundice. And they said, well, they're going to go home and do home remedies or whatever. And then they said CPS came into their home, took their child, and they ain't seen their baby in 2 weeks. And then when they see the baby, it's under supervised CPS visits.
I read that.
And that literally pissed me off in a way that because I've heard stories of things like CPS being called on Black women. And maternal health month, like we can't even get our kids here good, and you want to take them out of our home for things that this is not a violation of the law. There are lots of people who have home births. There's lots of people who decide that they do not want to take certain treatments for their children. Mm-hmm. My first child, they said, oh, he might be jaundice. And I was like, what? And they was like, he might be jaundice. He's looking a little yellow. He's Black. We are Black people. We got yellow undertones because of our skin tones. But they're used to looking at white babies.
Right.
When a white baby is yellow, Billy Rubin is a problem. Okay? Their liver function needs to be worked. Like my youngest baby had jaundice. All they had to do is they put him under a UV light, a black light, whatever, them blue lights. Yeah. And that's what they do. But he was also a preemie. Most preemies get jaundice. But I had to look at him before I could say, yeah, put him under the light. Because I need to know what he looks like. Is his eyes yellow? Are the palms yellow? The bottom of his feet yellow? But I knew that. But for them to say, we're going to not do intervention. We want to go home and do some home remedies. And for CPS to show up and not only show up, but show up and take your baby and not tell you where this baby's going to be.
Yep.
Like, we have to really be honest. It's not even that Black women ain't getting the care that they need. And when you get to the place to get the care that you need, y'all calling the police on us. How? You're calling, I'm a mandatory reporter. Yeah, that child is not in danger. It'd be different if you done told this woman 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, every time she come to baby yellow, the baby's having any type of internal damage, he's not pooping, and the poop is coming out white. So now we got some problems, and now there needs to be some intervention. But no, I'm not interested in putting my baby under some black lights right now. Doesn't mean you need to be calling CPS. It's bullshit. And my personal experience in the NICU is the very same thing. It's like there were Black women there with babies who were very small, and we thought about that. If I lose my shit here, CPS can come and get my kid. Yep. Or stop me from being able to see my kid. The one lady was telling me, Black lady, she had a C-section. She decided she did not want the little cream that they put on the baby's eyes because it's really for vaginal birth babies. It's for the bacteria in the vagina, so they don't want it to get it. She declined that. They said, fine. They called CPS on her. And CPS was in her life for a good 30 to 60 days, minimum. Saying that she was putting the child in danger. The newborn. They came to the hospital, in the hospital. Our CPS, the doctor called, the nurse called, and said that you're endangering the child.
Right.
If that person was not Black, I don't believe that they would have that same interaction. I always say I think I had really great care. If I was white, would I have gotten better care? The answer is yes, probably.
Yes. Roll me into the hospital, and I'm going to check white on my paperwork.
And they can't change it. They can't change it.
So I can have better treatment.
They can't change it.
Exactly.
So when we look at maternal health I think it's important for us to look at, we are doing a disservice to Black women in this systems space. Doctors, nurses, everybody who works with Black folks from the system are being taught antiquated things about us. That is not the truth. And there was a whole episode on one of them doctor shows where that's what they were like. The doctor was like, make her white. They were like, what? It was a Black lady. And she's like, no, the paperwork that we're putting in, it's saying this. And she's like, no, that's not what's going on with me. And like he goes, put it in, but make her white. And the nurse was like, what's happening? And she ran the paperwork and he said, now do that course of action. Right? And it saved the lady's life. Yeah. And it was like, well, damn. Do I have to like say that I'm white to get treated like a way? That sucks. That sucks.
I was reading the maternal morbidity report.
The one out of the state or the one national?
The one that was out of the state, and they said that 88% of deaths were preventable.
Absolutely, they are.
88%. Black women are 3 times likely to hemorrhage.
Yep.
2 times more likely to have preeclampsia.
I had preeclampsia twice, yeah.
And 2 times more likely to have some type of cardiac issue.
Yeah.
My girlfriend who is in Dallas, she's a OBG obstetric nurse. Did I say that right?
Obstetric. Mm-hmm.
Obstetric.
Yes.
She's a nurse, and she said, I call her every day and check up on her. She's been one of my friends for a very long time. Hey, girl. And she said that they gave the young lady an epidural, and she said she didn't feel good, and she said 3 minutes later, that girl was dead. And they had to do a C-section. And she said after they have to walk out there and tell her husband that she had passed away.
What?
And she was like, it happened so fast. I don't know what happened. She said, but the wail he had, she said, I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
She said she's going to have to go to therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, like we never talk about nurses or talk to nurses about what happened at work. And she was like, it was crazy because it happened so fast. And I was like, was it preventable? And she was like, I don't know right now. Like,
probably.
You don't know until, you know, they do the autopsy or whatever. And I was like, man.
Probably. And that's the thing is, like, a lot of Black women will complain to providers. My personal story is, like, look, I told my provider on Monday, do you think I should be on bed rest or be from home? Because that was the thing. I was like, this job is stressing me the fuck out. Yes, and I was having lots of cramps and stuff like that. My like I was having Charlie horses like every night. I was like, this is stressing me out. They're already telling me my blood pressure is up. It's up. I have, if you had preeclampsia once, the odds are you'll have it again. And I was like, I knew that. And we were doing this thing. Let's get to 32 weeks. If we can get to 32, then whatever happens after that. Lung maturation and all that. Right. I got to 28 weeks. I followed this lady on Instagram, and her first baby was 25 weeks. She got pregnant again. She went to the doctor. They was telling her this, and all this kind of stuff. Sent her home. She went back. They were saying, you can't deliver in this hospital. We got to send you up to, she was somewhere else, so she was in Baltimore. She said, we got to send you up to Baltimore. Well, she didn't live in Baltimore. We got to send you up there. If you have the baby here, we can't. Because there are levels of NICU. So you can only, if you have a tier 4, then you can do like 28 weeks and, 22 weeks and up. And they do surgeries and all types of stuff on the baby. In those like 4 and 5, or whatever like that. But she had to go like, no, this is not right. Because she said what she did was she vetted her team this go around. She interviewed doctors and did all kind of stuff. It was like, this is what we have our history. Odds are we're going to go down this road, but we don't know how far we're going to make it down this road. She made it to 31 weeks. 31 weeks she made it down that. And the last 2 was in the hospital. So even when we do our due diligence, even when we say, hey, I'm very upfront, the people who are working on you have to believe that you are a human being.
Right.
And what happens is they don't see us like that.
No.
and all of these preconceived things that are going on, within the system. You're attention seeking, or you just want to be out of work, or you just, you're saying you're in pain. I am carrying a whole human in my gut. If I tell you my toe hurt, you need to be trying to find out what is going on.
Right.
Okay, like we're building people from scratch. All he gave me was some spooge, and I turned it into a person.
A whole ass person.
Thank you. Inside my inside's kicking, right? And it's like, even when you think about like more black women are more likely to have a C-section. They won't rush you down the C-section because they want to take away options from you. In a way that, like, even if you end up at a C-section, because I ended up at a C-section because I started having preeclampsia with my first pregnancy. I wanted a natural birth. That's what I wanted. But I started swelling, and they were like, you can go into seizures. So we're going to have to do something. And I appreciated, like, they were like, you want to do it now or you want to wait 2 hours? And we'll come back in 2 hours. Now, I like that. And I was like, let me stick it out or let me. And then they came back again in 30 minutes. Like, you sure you want to wait 2 hours? Because, like, your blood pressure through the roof. And I was like, get this kid out of here today. Because he's trying to kill me. Right?
Right.
Trying to kill me on the way out. And that's the same thing with my husband. Like, the amount, like, to see your little baby in a bag, it's in a bag because they try to keep the baby's body heated and stuff like that. And that's the thing. Lots of black women have preterm babies and low birth weight babies.
Yeah.
And the lack of understanding in that field of us means we need more of us inundating the system. Because that's what we used to do. That's what we were relegated to doing. We were midwives.
Yep.
And that's what we did. We was baby catchers or whatever they want to call
baby catchers, and we fed other people's babies. We took care of other people's babies when they took ours away and sold them.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So I always say that, look, we have to always be on that maternal health, because I didn't realize until after my first child, it's hard being black and having a baby. Because my experience was like, oh, I had a good experience.
Yeah.
But then when I start looking around and people start talking about their experience, their lived experience, and the way so-and-so talked to me and so on and so forth. Because even my son, like the neurologist that we have, the lady, there was a black lady at one of our therapies, and she said, he talked to me like, well, you know what? He probably not going to make it through the night. You know what? He not going to do this. He not going to, like, you're coming to me with nothing but negative stuff to say.
Right. No solution.
Right. And I was like,
no options.
You got to have your mind made up. I always say, we have to have your mind made up to be a bitch. And I don't care what that looks like. If you just think I'm a bitch, fine. But I'm a mama bear for the child who can't talk. And there was some lady that they just did a nurse. The family said she slammed the baby in the damn in the bassinet at the thing. She's like, I didn't do it.
Face down.
Face down.
Okay, I read about that.
And I was like, she would have been face down in the ground at the hospital. Look, I'm taking this. Get the bail money ready.
Call the Undertaker.
Call him, because baby, get a hearse, ambulance, and a police car, because we gonna need one, and we already at the hospital.
Right. That's why I said just call the Undertaker.
Yeah.
And take her right down to the board, because I would beat her ass.
And it needs to be mandatory. Like, absolutely. A lot of the education stuff needs to be mandatory. Yeah. It's not optional. If you're going to be a doctor, if you're going to be a nurse, if you're going to be in healthcare, you have to learn to talk and deal with and believe the person sitting in front of you. I don't care what you think.
Right.
Listen to me.
Right. Burnout is real. Working with people ain't always fun. You go in wanting to save the day, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. But yeah, it gets monotonous. It gets repetitive. It gets, everything gets old. And that when you can't have a bad day as a doctor. You need to be on. The day you not having a good day is the day you need to take off.
Thank you. Or you need to just put that shit in your back pocket and sit on that shit until your day is over, like the rest of us when we go to work. When we go to work, some days you ain't feeling it, but it doesn't mean you can't do your job.
Right.
If I'm telling you, I got a pain in my side, you don't go, well, you're overweight, and no, let's do some tests. And the thing is like, insurance company can be a barrier for a lot of folks, but you can make it work.
Yeah, and they also talked in that report about how racial
Mm-hmm.
and systematic racism was
Absolutely.
one of the number one barriers to Black women in care.
Right. Black people, period.
Period.
It's not enough to have insurance. You have to feel welcome. You have
Right.
to feel listened to. You have to feel validated. If I'm coming into the office and I'm telling you this is what's going on with me, don't brush me off.
Yeah, don't say, "Oh, that's part of being pregnant. Go home."
Right? It's a choice. That's a choice that you made to make it. You know, that's how they treat you. They may not even say it, but that's how they treat you. Well, no one said pregnancy was easy. When I was with my first son and I went in and she was like, "How do you feel?" I was like, "Oh, I feel good. I feel good." She said, "How do you really feel?" Because I looked at your charts. Okay? You gained 4 pounds in 1 week. Your blood pressure is too high. We're inducing you today. Like, how do you? I was, oh my God, I feel like shit. Like, my feet look like loaves of bread. Like, they look like they were bad. And I think in our community too, just think about that. It's not even just outside the community, it's also inside the community. You should be happy. Being pregnant is a blessing. And for you to complain about being pregnant when people can't have babies, it's a taboo for us to say, I don't like being pregnant.
Amen.
I don't like being a parent today.
I love being pregnant.
Pregnancy was fun to me.
My pregnancies were, textbook. And then when I heard about other women and their pregnancy stories, I was mortified. I was horrified. And I was like, dang, I'm lucky. Right. I had healthy babies and I didn't die.
Right.
Because I don't know if I was shielded from it. I don't know if I lived in a bubble or definitely didn't have those conversations. And then I even talked to my mom one day and I asked her, how were your pregnancies? And she was like, I guess they were fine. And I said, do you feel like you had any doctors who ignored you or sent you home? And she'd go, oh yeah, that one time I got pregnant, I had a pregnancy outside of my tubes.
Ectopic
pregnancy, and it burst.
She could have died.
That's what she said. She said, I went to the doctor because I was just bleeding like water. And he told me that was just part of my period. And she was like, no, I'm telling you, like, I'm having cramps. The blood won't stop. She went to the emergency room and they found out she had that. And she said the same thing. She said, if they would have sent me home from the emergency room, I would have died. I was like, I've never heard this story from you.
All it takes is to go back one generation. Not even that, really, honestly. But one generation and ask how they have treated, the people. Like my mother has a brother that passed away. They wouldn't put him in an oxygen, a little incubator. That's all he needed. But because they were Black and they were poor, they were like, yeah, you can just go bury him. He was alive. They let him die.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, like my mom remembers seeing the baby, and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, we have been the ones delivering babies, right? But then there was a money cash grab. If you know anything about gynecology, if you know anything about public health and birthing and maternal and obstetrics and all that, it became a cash grab. How do we get money? Because women don't know what's going on with their bodies. Even like feeling a baby move, they would debate you whether or not you felt the baby moving. There's no way you can feel that baby moving because blah, 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 blah. And it began pushing women out and bringing men in and let's certify you. So gatekeeping to keep you out of the field, and then turning into things like, you don't want to feel the pain of having birth, twilight pregnancies and stuff like that. Let me give you some medicine, put you out, you wake up, you have a baby. But that comes with a fee. And then, having a midwife come to your house, that's dirty. Look at indigenous people coming, poor Black people coming. You don't want them in your home. And that's how we got to where we're at. It's been insidious, it's been racist, it's been sexist from the jump.
Yeah, because it's amazing how a person who doesn't have a vagina can tell you what's going on with your vagina.
Do you see that they don't want you to have birth control neither? So don't have a baby, but have a baby, but don't have a baby. That kind of thing. So
don't get pregnant. It's all your fault.
But if you don't get pregnant, there's less of us, and you're ruining it. Because a lot of people our age and younger are deciding to not have children at all.
Amen.
And look.
And I don't blame them.
You save a lot of money and stress by switching to no kids.
I'm not going to call you selfish. I'm not going to call you...
I sure ain't. Look, know now. Don't get there and be like, this sucks.
Right.
Know now. I don't want this. This is not... This ain't what you want.
This ain't what you want.
This ain't what you want.
You don't want
this.
You don't want it.
final words about maternal health before we wrap it up.
Black women, take care of yourselves. Trust your bodies. If your doctor doesn't listen to you, find another one. They work for you. You don't work for them.
Amen.
Just like when you get your food at the restaurant, it ain't right. You send it back. Do the same thing with your health. If you know it ain't right, you find you another doctor.
Amen. Amen. All of that. Hashtag Black Mamas Matter. Okay.
Yes. Black Maternal Health Week 2023.
We should not be losing our mamas. Because look, here's the thing. It also impacts the daddies. Like, it's a domino effect.
Oh my gosh.
And you know, we be talking about the family structure. You gonna take the matriarch out?
Baby. Yeah.
No. So for maternal health, please don't think that it's just 1 week. We need to always be advocating. Look up those little stories that we've highlighted. The one about the family in Dallas and CPS taking their kids. They've been doing a center has been.
Yeah, they've been
and I love it. I love it. I have reproductive justice. Yeah. We love it.
We've been doing her since
way back.
Yeah.
Way back. How long have we been doing it? 13 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, she been doing longer than that?
Yeah, definitely.
So thank y'all for joining us today.
Oh, did you see the guy from passed away in Dallas?
Yes. Oh my God. Look, when I saw the IMAC thing, I was like, excuse me. From Abounding Prosperity.
Abounding Prosperity.
We used to train all the time.
How y'all doing over there?
If you're listening, shout out to you. Sorry for your loss, baby. Sorry.
Let us know how y'all doing over there.
And anyways, we're about to close out. And you got any affirmation you want to share?
Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday, black version. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. We gotta stop at that because you don't have to pay nobody.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They be charging us for the
world copy. Right. We got nobody. We got no money, honey. My affirmation for the month has been, and I don't really do affirmations, but that's what I've been saying. Slow the fuck down.
Girl, take your own words into consideration.
No, I do. That's what I've been doing. I have not completed a lot of things. I slow the fuck down. Because I think I want to go back to work. But if I go back to work, then I have to do work. And I haven't had a chance to not do no work. I've had this come to Jesus meeting with myself. It's like, girl, you done went from working to working for yourself. And that's 24/7 grind, yes. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And we've been doing that. And now you're finna go work for somebody else and try to juggle 2 grinds.
No, ma'am.
I know.
That's enough.
Now I'm spending time with my kids. I'm playing video games with them and doing stuff. We're going to Legoland next month. And we're going to do it up in San Diego. We're going to the beach. And we're having a good time.
Gotta love some San Diego.
I love San Diego. California. Anyways, remember, you have been listening to Alert Alliance, Random Black Girls, the podcast. And we aim to bring Black women together to talk about and discuss health and wellness and overall life topics that are important to Black women. You can catch us on the interwebs at www.randomblackgirls.com, Instagram, Alert Alliance TX, Twitter at TX Alert. You can email us at alertalliancetx@yahoo.com. We are grinding to make this thing a little bit more cohesive, so we might have some more different things coming in the not too distant future. So please tag in with us. Please log in, link in with us, and continue following this journey. We've only been doing this for like 6, 7, 8 months now.
Has it been that long? I feel like we're at episode 7.
This is episode 8.
Episode 8.
No, I'm talking about like the Allure Alliance, like official. We've been doing it since November. We haven't even had a year yet.
What?
Look at us. Yes, look at us. Look at us.
The marathon continues.
Well, thank y'all for coming out. God bless you.
Good night.
Woo-woo.